listed some of the causes of plastic pollution to include inadequate waste management, consumer behavior, lack of awareness, plastic production, ineffective regulations, packaging practices, natural events, and pollution growth. Adding that the sustainability routes include reuse, recycle, reduce, remove, replace, and management and value chain initiative. The Sustainability Summit featured presentation of awards, prizes to companies and communities that participated in just concluded All Community Plastic Challenge.
In a bid to prevent the outbreak of polio in Anambra State, the State Ministry of Health and partners have flagged off outbreak response campaign for circulating variant polio type 2 in the state. Speaking at the event, Governor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Executive Secretary, Anambra State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, pharmacist Chisom Uchem, said that the state government is collaborating with the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and other partners to initiate a comprehensive outbreak campaign and to vaccinate children by conducting door-to-door vaccination campaign to ensure that every child under the age of 5 received the necessary doses of novel oral polio vaccine type 2, adding that these vaccines are safe and highly effective in preventing polio. In his speech, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, explained that because Anambra State shares border with Nkanu West in Enugu State, where there is outbreak of polio, the state decided to be proactive by conducting outbreak response measures. Dr. Obidike noted that eligible children from 0 to 59 months will be administered polio novel oral vaccine type 2 in the entire 21 council areas of Anambra State, irrespective of previous immunization status. According to the Commissioner, the vaccine will be administered to children in churches, schools, mosques, and other places where children are found, since the state does not want to leave any child out of the program. Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, has said that the Soludo administration is determined to cater for the needs of the elderly in the state. Speaking at the launch of a non-governmental organization, NGO, First Best Domiciliary Home Care World in Oka, Dr. Obidike said the Soludo administration is ready to partner any organization for the purpose of providing care services for the aged. Correspondent Joseph Ebocha has the details.
The Health Commissioner explained that the state has data on the aged population, adding that in addition to existing ones, more robust packages are being planned for their well-being.
We spoke about the elderly and we're having a very good, robust package.
Host and Director of Care Services of the NGO in Nigeria, Apostle Ekenemba, says social services of the organization will satisfy many people who have longed for care services for their aged ones, who form part of the over 80% of senile population that lack good domestic care, thereby spend old age, all through in pains due to negligence or lack of trained caregiver in the society. To sustain, improve, and ensure that the care services get to more people, Apostle Mba called for help in procuring 2 errand shuttle buses for movement across the state, ambulance for rapid response in any case of emergency, mini coaster bus for strolling with the aged persons as part of their fun experiences, a piece of land to build a geriatric home for retraining of caregivers, senile relaxation, fun, and homing of a small percentage of aged people who have no home of their own. Chief Host and International Director of the NGO, Professor Nnamdi Ofodile, while commending sensitivity of the Soludo administration in extending healthcare services to disadvantaged section of the population, promised to provide necessary support through partnership in order to achieve the governor's objectives. He called on all to cultivate the habit of caring for the aged ones, adding that they are still relevant in the society.
It's all about care. At the end of it all, who is being helped? That's what the people are looking for. And these kind of services we thought out. We want to partner with you.
Earlier, the chairman on the occasion, architect Mike Nwafo, regretted that life expectancy in Nigeria stands at 57, showing obvious neglect for the aged population, whom he said are still needed to make meaningful contributions to the society. He noted that traditionally, aged people prefer care services given to them in their homes, rather than taking them to a care home, as it is done in civilized society, where old people's homes are built for their harbor, thereby helping them to age successfully.
He's still planning for another 30 years. Yes. He has a problem that stretches it to 30 years.
The event, attended by the traditional ruler of Oka, Obi Gibson Nwosu, represented by Chief Mike Onwaso, traditional ruler of Nofia, Igwe Daniel Obele, represented by Mr. Isaac Agamba, the traditional ruler of Iftedunu, Igwe Dr. Emeka Ilono, chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Anambra State Council, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, among others, featured cutting of inaugural cake. In Oka, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
President Bola Tinubu has nominated Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim as the Minister of Youth, pending her confirmation by the Senate. Tinubu also nominated Mr. Ayodele Olawande as the Minister of State for Youth, pending confirmation by the Senate. This was announced in a statement issued today by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale. The statement added that the President charged the nominees to ensure they consistently reflect the dynamism, innovative zeal, and unyielding productivity synonymous with the young people of Nigeria as they discharge their duties. Moving on, Wales has become the first country in the UK to reduce speed limits in built-up areas from 48.28 kilometers per hour to 32 kilometers per hour in Wales from today. Welsh ministers said a 32 kilometer per hour limit would reduce deaths and noise and encourage people to walk or cycle, but it has caused controversy with some drivers. The United Nations environmental and road safety groups have backed the move, by opposing politicians declared it a war on motorists. Wales First Minister said it would keep people from losing their lives. The law will change the speed limits on about 32% of Welsh roads where lampposts are no more than 200 yards apart. And now sports. Turkish Super League clubs Adana Demirspor and Istanbul Başakşehir are battling for the signature of Super Eagles winger Emmanuel Dennis. According to reports, Dennis has decided to play in Turkey after Nottingham Forest turned down a bid for him from Saudi Arabia Professional Football League Al-Tair last week. The 25-year-old is surplus to requirements at Nottingham Forest less than a year after arriving from Watford. He scored twice in 16 league appearances for the Tricky Trees last season. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, Twitter at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go. Anambra State Executive Council has approved the release of funds for erosion control at Nobi Round. Anambra State government has commenced polio outbreak response campaign. President Tinubu has nominated Jamila Ibrahim as Minister of Youth, and Wales becomes the first UK nation to drop speed limit to 32 kilometers per hour. To end the news, the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that does it on the news for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night.